Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
What is the ancient science behind using an earthen pot for cooking food?
Yeah, earthen pot is the most wonderful design that the ancients have handled it in a much bigger way. Not that they don't know anything about metal, they know everything about metal. And you have to understand what is the nature's fact behind. The word science has a different meaning altogether. You have to be very careful using the words. Science as a principle. That principle, if you do an experiment in any part of the world, it should yield the same result.
Right.
If that doesn't come under that banner of principle, then it is not accepted in science.
Not science. Right.
So what science try to do is to find facts given or created or formulated by the nature. So if you understand the nature, then you understand the earthen pot.
Okay, yeah.
Simple. Where is all your vegetation is coming from? From the soil.
From the earth.
Yeah. Where is your water source? From the soil.
From the soil.
You don't go to the skies and catch hold of the water in the clouds. No.
Right.
It comes down, reaches the ground, either in terms of lakes, ponds, rivers as they flow, or the groundwater.
Right.
This is the source of your water. They are all having contact with the soil.
With the soil.
Yeah. So the best way to store your water is to store it in an earthen pot.
Wow, that's a beautiful
Both are
concept.
related.
Both are related.
Yeah, I belong now I'm sitting with my family member. Correct? This is one. Two, all your vegetation is from the soil.
True.
It has its own natural toxins. Forget all your chemical world. Say we go back by 200 years. There were no chemicals at all.
No chemicals.
Still it has its own toxins. These toxins are the microbial load one, the higher molecular value components two, sometimes the carbon 14, radioactive carbon molecules. These are the three. So I have come, I am the rice, I am the grain. My origin, my parents are my soil, my plant, based on the soil with the roots. So how do I get cooked? So I use the earthen pot.
Okay.
Now what happens? Why should you use earthen pot? Earthen pot is nothing, the clay soil is taken and shaped and then burnt.
Fire.
Yeah, becomes a vessel. The earthen pot will have pores,
Right. Yeah.
lot of pores.
Porous. Yeah.
Those minute holes. As you cook your food, it will absorb all the unwanted things, will not touch the wanted things. In the sense, asattai eduthukollum sattai thindadu. That means it will absorb all the toxins of the food getting cooked. It will not absorb the nutrient of the food.
Okay.
That's a beauty.
Right.
So what happens? As you keep using the earthen pot, you can use a pot only for, suppose if you are using an earthen pot vessel for cooking your rice, you should not use it for more than 21 days.
21 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Because every day you are cooking once or twice a day. It keep on absorbing.
Absorbing the toxins.
All the pores at one point of time gets filled. So it has no more pores to absorb. So as you heat, any material expands. If it is overloaded with the toxins absorbed, it will start leaving it.
True. It will get saturated with the toxins.
What they do those days, they take a earthen pot, use it for 21 days. The 22nd day, they use the new pot. This one is broken and thrown.
Broken and thrown.
They don't give it to anybody. Because you go and use it and you're going to get the bad effect of it. So this is the exact nature behind, the nature's fact behind the earthen pot cooking. Not that they don't know anything about metals. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And so, how is earthen pots different from metals? Because
See, they had profound knowledge on metallurgy. You can understand that they have used mercury in medicine.
Right.
Till today, the scientific community is scared of mercury.
It's scared of mercury. Very true. They treat mercury as a poison.
Yeah, the mercury is used. Cinnabar is used in medicine. Mercury used in medicine. Mercury perchloride is used in medicine. Mercury peroxide is used in medicine. Copper sulfate is used in medicine. Zinc sulfate is used in medicine. Lead sulfate is used in medicine.
True.
They know everything about every metal. Not that they don't know how to make a metal vessel. There is a component called abraham. We call it as mica.
Mica.
That one you don't have till today now. We are sitting on 23rd of January 2020. Till today we don't have technology how to make a vessel out of it.
Vessel out of
They
mica.
made a vessel out of it which can withstand 5000 degrees centigrade Celsius of heat.
Wow.
to make certain medicines, to make certain alloys. Then you can imagine their brilliant metallurgy knowledge.
Absolutely.
So there are many things in metallurgy, the Saimbonsele, and so many things are there. We will not go into that. Why I am telling you all these things is why, in spite of having such deep and profound knowledge on metallurgy, but they know how to, use the nature to process output of nature.
True.
The component from the nature is the soil, you make a vessel out of it. The component of your food material yield from the plant kingdom is from the base of the soil and water. So you use this man for that man. Yeah. It's a family together. Okay.
Yeah.
In an automobile industry, your cars will have a better grip on tarmac, will have a lower grip on cement roads.
Right.
Do you know why? Because the tires are made out of artificial rubber. That is one of the gases called butane, molecularly cracked. And the styrene, which is extracted from naphtha, is introduced to butadiene, molecularly cracked butane called butadiene. Then your artificial rubber is born.
Okay.
80-90% of it is used for the tire industry around the world. It's a petroleum product.
It's a petroleum.
The word tire came from styrene.
Styrene, okay.
Because styrene produced the artificial rubber used for the tire industry, the word tire came from styrene.
Okay.
The origin of the word came from styrene. Now, after all the processing of the naphtha, finally the asphalt, which is used for road laying.
Road laying asphalt.
So, we are all belong to one family. My styrene, my tire,
the asphalt,
my asphalt.
Yeah. Right.
So, we gel with each other. Right?
Yeah.
The cement does not belong to the styrene family.
Yes.
So, it will not have a better grip there. You understand?
Yeah,
that is how the nature works. You have to understand this. The ancient science have understood this. The ancient brains have understood this. Those scholars are simply fantastic in understanding the nature to come out, in spite of knowing so much about metal, they don't use metals. They are brilliant enough to handle your food material, how to cook it, how to eliminate the toxin while cooking itself.
Yeah, now that you say, Doctor, it seems almost common sense, that the food comes from the ground, water comes from the ground. So you use something from the ground to store it or to cook it.
Yeah, your metals are also from the ground. They are not coming from the skies. Yeah. But you process a particular part of a soil and take it, and they are a different family altogether. So when you use aluminium or any other metal, what happens that the migration process starts. There are certain molecular value from the metal migrates into your food.
So that is the reason metal should not be
It will contaminate your food.
It will contaminate your food.
Yeah.
And I'm sure plastics, etc. even
Plastic
worse.
is worst.
Even
worst. They have used metals in cooking. For தாளிக்கிறீங்க பாருங்க. அதெல்லாம் they have used metals. You need that.
Okay.
That is all stay just for a minute or two.
Right.
They have used lead-based vessels for your rasam.
Yeah.
Which gives you good health. They have used metals little bit here and there, but majorly earthen pot they have used.
Majorly earthen pots.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sir just told us brilliantly about how to use an earthen pot, why we should use an earthen pot in cooking. It might seem a little cumbersome, but it's not. From experience, using an earthen pot and using a metal vessel is not really very different. It is not difficult at all. Your food is tastier, it lasts longer, and it's much, much healthier. Now let's go to the food that's cooked in an earthen pot. You eat it.
Before you go for the next round, they were also brilliant enough what firewood to be used.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Okay. Actually,
they use
neem firewood. Right?
Neem wood they use. They call neem as a very medicinal tree, correct?
Yeah.
There are a lot of mentioning about neem, but people don't know one thing. Not all neem.
Oh, actually that's more than...
No, one rotation of Jupiter is 12 years.
Right.
He stays in one Rasi house for 1 year. Full rotation is 12 years.
12 years.
A neem tree which is sprouted and become a tree from a neem seed has to experience 5 Jupiter rotation. 5 into 12, 60 years.
60 years.
Only after 60 years, that neem tree will pick up medicinal property molecules. Not before that. If you are going to use a 30-year-old tree for some medicinal purpose, it's not going to help you. This is the knowledge people don't have today. I don't think so even the Siddha curriculum has this knowledge. This is what we have studied. Went and dug open and studied why they have used neem, when to use neem. So if you use a 60-year-old beyond neem as a firewood and cook your rice alone, all 36 to 38 types of psoriasis can be cured. But that rice should be hot eaten on a plantain leaf.
Plantain leaf.
Yeah, if you are going to use a Puvarasamaram, that is one family of people tree. Every firewood has, when it is used for cooking using earthen pot, has different health phenomenon. There is a list for it, which we cannot discuss. Now, you can go to your question.
Okay. So when you talk about the fire has a nature of its own depending on which firewood you're using. And the earthen pot...
Yeah, because I've told you, blue flame is no
and
good.
Yellow flame is no good, yeah.
Today, the British Cancer Association has come out with brilliant finding. You fry your, cook your full class on the flame.
Right, yeah.
It's absolutely cancerous. Absolutely cancerous because that blue flame is from the LPG. Blue flame itself is highly toxic, and on top of it, you're cooking your full class on it.
The food is directly cooked
on the fire.
Okay.
It's highly cancerous. That's what they have found.
Oh.
It's better to cook your chapati and barota and roti on the tawa, not to expose it to the fire directly.
Expose it to the fire.
Yeah. So the ancients have a better understanding what fire to be used.
Yeah, I think today, as hot as we can get, or the more heat is what we consider a better fire because it cooks the food faster. But just because it's more heat, there's more heat or it's hotter doesn't mean it's even better.
Firewood gives you better heat and makes your cooking very fast.
Makes your cooking very fast.
Yeah, it softens material very fast, very good.
Doctor, what is obviously firewood in today's world and today's houses is a little difficult unless you have your own.
Today the population has grown. We are just talking the facts of what the ancient science is all about.
But is there an option in today's world which is as
it
close
depends
as
on
possible?
You. If you are thirsty, you're going to drink your water.
Okay. Okay. We'll come to actually eating the food that's grown in such a beautiful way, that's cooked in a perfect manner on the right firewood. Okay, now we eat it on a plantain leaf. So tell us about why is it that since in ancient times and thankfully very beautifully in India and most places in South India, we still eat at least few times a month or a year. We still eat on a plantain leaf for a function or something like that. So why is that plantain leaf given so?
See, this Tamil ancient Tamil heritage, they were so brilliant because I studied the ancient science as far as I could by going through many things. You see, they have understood many things. They know how to first agriculture, how to produce your food material.
Right.
And then how to handle them with respect to processing them or storing them and all that, the grains and pulses and all that. The third one is they always store the pulses with the skin, which has a longer life. Whatever needed, they take and they call it. Yeah. They break it and remove the shell and use it immediately. They'll not hold it for too long.
Right.
They know how to store the yield. Then they know how to cook, where it comes to the question of the right kind of firewood, the earthen pot and all that stuff. Now they know how to eat, when to eat. 24 minutes after the cooking, the food is eaten and finished. And then they also designed how to, on what to put your cooked food and eat.
Cooked food, yeah.
It's not that everybody takes from the pot and eat, no. So everybody is served separately. Yeah. So what is the equipment that you're going to use? A plate. Nowadays it's called the plate. They have not used earthen pot. They make earthen plates also. Right. No.
It's not, it's cooked
it's
in
not necessary at all.
Right. It's cooked in earthen pot, not eaten in an earthen plate.
They have, the best is the plantain leaf.
So why is it plantain leaf compared to any
They have used, there are people who have no access to plantain leaf. They have used lotus leaf. They have used teak leaf.
Jerk teak leaf.
Jerk teak is dried one.
The dried one, yeah.
They make a round this
lotus
thing by
is also
connecting them with the
sticks,
small stick.
Little
And I have also seen those small leaves of jackfruit tree is stitched with those small sticks.
Very, very prettily
done. They use that also. But the best is the plantain leaf, fresh one. Green one.
Plantain leaf is not dried. The other ones are dried and then used.
Yeah, other ones are dried and used. So
what is the
teak wood is used fresh. But they are all bigger, convenient to eat.
Right.
Plantain leaf is the biggest. Plantain leaf has tremendous health advantage. It has the power of the iron. It's rich in iron. As we, according to our Tamil science, the cooked food should be eaten in 24 hours. So it's so hot as you serve the rice. We are all
24
rice
minutes.
based. Serve the rice. You see that area after eating, it will all be yellow.
Yes. It's a little
Because all the
discolored.
chlorophyll has gone in. The rice has absorbed it.
Oh,
They eat hot rice.
Yeah.
There's no point in having cold food on a plantain leaf. It's not that. Of course, you will not still get the advantage of metal contamination will not be there. They eat hot food. So gives you, because your hemoglobin is iron, your RBC.
So that is the reason that is the
It's
plant.
very healthy. It's very healthy, and it's the word which you are using now, eco-friendly.
Yes.
And they eat this, and they'll throw all the, say 7-8 people are eating at home. They collect all the leaf and go and throw it to the cow.
The cow.
The cow eats the leaf.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not even, you're not even piling on the garbage,
No.
etc.
No.
It's been eaten by the cow.
Yeah.
And
So
immediately.
everything is so beautifully balanced. So don't you think so that they are brilliant?
Absolutely.
Today,
Very
if
much.
you then you will put number of questions. We are all living in the urban society, so we are all subjected to this. We have no access to this. How is it practically possible to do this, that? All that, keep it on side. But try to understand how the ancients were so brilliant in, living along with the nature, understanding the nature to maintain good health
Absolutely.
in terms of handling their food.
Yeah, as I speak to you more, doctor, I realize that progress is not in going ahead. It's actually, if we look back, we'll progress a lot more if we look backwards than looking forwards. We have better
If you think
metals,
the ancients
better-
were not good enough with the science and all, they are far superior
superior,
than
yes.
what the science you have. If
Yeah.
you are going to talk about more and more technologies which belongs to modern science today, the more and more you are shrinking yourself into some kind of, very bad situation.
Right. Yeah. Progress doesn't actually mean it's better for you, or rather, technology does not mean progress. You can look back and probably be a lot more
No,
progressive.
your physical potency has come down, your stamina has come down.
The number of disease itself.
Yeah, your immune power has come down, your strength of the blood has come down, your thinking ability has come down, your memory power has come down, your capacity of the brain has come down. Tell me where you have not impacted yourself with the kind of
Modern
science in which we are attached to ourselves and keep going.
Yeah. I think we don't have the
We have
right.
lost too much of our human potency.
Right, and we don't have the right to call ourselves a progressive, a progressive race. Forget about
And
country.
more so, everybody is having a psychologically ill health. They are all not strong individuals, emotionally weak, and everybody has become, physically weak of having some problem or the other. More so, more than 95 to 98% of the human population today is suffering from gastroenteritis problem
Yes.
in some way or the other,
Yeah, we had spoken.
which slowly leads to onset of many diseases after the age of 40-45.
Right.
Very young.
Yeah, you touched upon this in our Nanir video, and I think our viewers can go back to that video and look at it for the health benefits of Nanir. Coming back to the plantain leaf, so what are the long-term health benefits that we can expect if you eat continuously on a plantain leaf?
Plantain leaf is fantastic. If I tell you one aspect of it, I've seen some villages which uses only plantain leaf because they grow a lot of plantain around them.
Right.
Even 60 plus male and female will not even have one single gray hair.
Wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, that is absolutely incentive enough.
Yeah. They have a better health. They are stronger. They work longer. They are very healthier in all respects.
Okay.
Yeah. These continuous diseases, this hypertension, whatever you call it, the diabetes and all kinds of gastro problems and skin problems will not be there.
Will not be there.
They're fantastic.
Okay.
Full health benefit as you grow. Your old age is much comfortable. You're still stronger.
Yeah.
Only the number, you may be 70, 73, 77, 80, you're still stronger. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for this
Thank
wonderful
you, Shraddha.
session.
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.